that wants to learn a real cool thing? Let me preface this. Who has a real shitty voice that keeps firing off inside your head and you don't want to have this voice anymore? None of you? Oh, you do. I got to volunteer. Come up here. Okay, here's how this thing works. I'm going to have to stand on that side. I interview on the other side, but I work from this side. Okay, if you guys want to go along with this exercise, join in. Now here's the rules. If you're in the audience, don't say this tonality outside. The tonality is more important than the words that are being uttered inside your head. A big example is if I go, have a good day, it's just an even voice. If I go, have a good day, it's a little bit more commanding, it's a little bit more menacing. If I go, have a good day, it shifts it into a question. Now the point is, the tonality that you use inside of your head, I'm a master hypnotist, so what ends up happening is we pay attention to tonality. You can shift a lot of reality by shifting tonalities. The thing is when you shift the tonality, and I learned this one from doing a lot of suicide interventions. It's a real cool thing. If you want to do this, you want to get a little space between you and the person that's next to you. This also, if you have any kids that have ADD, it works phenomenal for them because they're usually spinning with all kinds of voices bouncing around in their head. Okay, no crossing. Here's the thing that I want you to do. Close your eyes and get a voice that once we remove this, it will no longer be a problem for you. One that's kind of naggy, bitchy, carrying on. Okay, now what I want you to do is, he's making snapshots. What I want you to do is actually, and if you guys are doing this out there, let it go in to flowing pictures, like a motion picture. See the movie, hear how it's saying it to you. Mm-hmm. Now, notice it in the body. Mm. Track it in the body. Where do you feel it first? Mm. Okay, where else? Perfect. And where else? Okay, notice how it's connected. Is it like a blob? Is it like threads? Notice how it's connected. This is key. Okay, now, in the audience, don't say this. Only the one that I'm touching, I want you to say this. I don't want the words, like if it's saying, you're an asshole. I don't want that. I want, I want nonsensible syllables. Okay, say it. Turn it up. Okay, right. Now, crank it up. Okay, now watch. Let it go behind the eyelids and the eyes. Let all of that turn into a color. What color would it be?
Puke brown.
Perfect. Put your hands together in front of you. Move them up above, put both of them together. Okay, here's what I want you to do. We're going to go sideways, just so the camera can see this. Open your eyes and shoot that out into a ball, no bigger than a tennis ball, above eye level. If you're in the audience and you're doing this, put your hands above eye level and shoot it out. Just having it outside the body above eye level should shut the sound off inside the head. Look in your hands. Now, here's what I want you to do. It's as though it'll stay right there. Hold your hands out to the side. Move your hands out to the side if you're in the audience, and just to where you can still see the hands out on the privet. You got to keep them above eye level or it won't keep it shut off. Now, before you pull the hands back in, this ball is going to change whatever color you had. It's going to go in and go, let it shift, and it's going to go all the way into a clear ball. And inside that clear ball is going to be a character called Goofy. That voice is going to go, you see there, folks? Let it spin all the way clear, and as soon as it's cleared all the way up, pull your hands back in, aim it towards your head, and then go, take the cleared energy back in. Take it all the way down to the stomach, down into the tummy area. Exhale it. That's it. Take another breath in. And one more. 2 or 3 breaths will cleanse it all the way out. Okay. Now open your eyes. Having cleared that, stop. Fade that all the way back. Now go in and try to access that voice again. Okay, what's it say? How's it saying it?
Seems a bit more laughable to hear it now.
Why? Well, here's what happens. It's really difficult to take criticism from Goofy, for one thing. You know, when Goofy goes, oh, you're fucked up. You know, you just go, get out of here. You know? Okay, here's another thing. The most powerful part of this is the more you try to bring that voice back, or it tries to come back on its own, the more distant it's going to become. As a matter of fact, every time that you see the color red, whether it's a fingernail or on a brake light in front of you, it verifies and fortifies this. It reinforces it all the way down to the cellular level, all the way back in time. So just a second before that can ever fire off again, you hear Goofy's voice going, she doesn't like you, you're a dick. You know, all that stuff. Open your eyes, come back. Then move all the way in. Okay, thanks.
I have a comment to make.
Okay.
You know, earlier, Tyler was saying, you know, if there's certain mindsets that we've come into this with, that it was kind of discouraging to hear it, you know, that maybe we'll never be able to change these mindsets. We're stuck with them, you know. And a guy like Steve Piccus comes along and does this sort of radical hypnotherapy, which might seem a little woo-woo from the outside, but when you get into it, you begin to realize that the power and just how encouraging and optimistic it is to realize that, no, there are things we can do, guys like Steve can do, to utterly change, you know, profoundly anchored mindsets. It's good news.